Hey guys, hope you're good. So as promised, just going to take you through just a simple kind of 5-10 minute protocol which I was doing in the lead up to my last races this year, which really did have quite a big impact. It's stuff that I incorporated after going and speaking to the doctor with regard to my cramps actually, but it's it's basically something that pretty much every triathlete should be doing, or something along these lines. It's all to do with getting your ass fired up a whole lot better, because typically most people in life, ourselves included, no matter how strong we are, most of us, just due to how life is, our asses don't work a great deal. Okay, well obviously we're going to go into this sort of stuff, theory behind it, that a great deal more in the seminar. But I said, just wanted to take you through the exact protocol which I was incorporating from that. So look, basically most of these exercises you don't need these for, but one of them you do. But basically the loop bands, okay, so it's a decent idea to have some of those, which we can send you a link for anyway. And what we've got about kind of 4 or 5 exercises. Okay, the first one is just a basic bridge lift. Okay, this one I don't really need the band for, but it does help to just get your ass working that bit harder. Literally, you've probably done this before. It's just flat on the back, feet about hip width apart or thereabouts. Bring your heels in towards your ass, and then from there, I'm just going to dig your heels in the floor, lift your ass up high as you can. The band's going to be trying to pull your knees in, so you've got to just make sure you kind of meet and match that resistance. Okay, lock it up there for a second or two. Kiss the floor with your bum, and then we go straight back up again. Okay. What I was doing with those are sets of 10 to 15 or thereabouts. Again, making sure you come right up onto your shoulders, massive squeeze into your ass, like you're trying to crack a couple of diamonds in between your cheeks. The other one, from there, we went into a single leg version for this one. Again, you can keep the band on, or you can go without the band either way, but make sure your knees aren't touching, so they want to be just a natural distance apart. And then from there, exactly the same thing, but just on the one leg. So again, we lift up super high, okay, lock it in for a second or two, and then back down. And I'll try and imagine I've got like a rod in between my 2 knees, so they basically want to stay in line the whole time. And then with this one, we're hitting between about 8 to 10 reps again on one leg, then 8 to 10 reps on the other one. Okay, from there, I'm kind of move into some clams. Again, you can do this one without a band, it's cool, but I prefer doing it with a band because it just gives me that extra bit of resistance, so it makes it a bit tougher. But obviously, if you're just starting out, maybe going without a band is the winner. And for this one, I'll show you a couple of angles in this. But we're basically just leg on the side in your favourite beach position, heels in towards your ass, and then from there, without your hips rolling backwards, we open up, big squeeze in for the outside of your ass cheek. Again, little pause there for a second or two. We drop back down. And again, literally that sort of pace case, we drop back, kiss the knees together, open up. You see my hips aren't rolling. What we don't want with that is kind of like rolling back to there. If you find that you can get your leg right back there, you're not doing it right. Okay, so again from here, literally straight through. So if you have a look from the side, you can see what I'm on about with regard to the hips, not really kind of rolling around. And that's from here. Again, just open up and then back down. Okay, so here, and down again. What we're avoiding is rolling around like that. Sorry for the view. All right. Again, with those, we go for about kind of 10 per side. From then, I like to double up the bands for this next one. And what we're going with this here is basically some lateral walks. Okay, right over there for you. So what we're doing here, we typically do about kind of 10 to 12 steps per side, keeping the knees pretty much in line with the toes. Soften the knees, drop over the hips ever so slightly. And it's just nice, steady steps to the side, really firing up the outside of your ass there. Okay, so good kind of 10 to 12 one side, and then back the other side. And again, key with this is not kind of doing any of that, so we don't want to kind of look like a penguin. Again, it's nice and controlled through the core, straight through into there. And again, 10 to 12 steps each side is typically what we go for. And then the last one I'd go for is basically just going into a squat, okay, so making it a little bit more dynamic. So for those ones, about hip to shoulder width apart with your knees, I'll just get my hands up to here, drop down nice and low into a squat, big squeeze up for your ass, lock it in tight at the top, and then back down. And again, having the bands around the knees there, don't worry about the ankles, but having it around the knees there means that's obviously trying to pull you in, so the outside of your ass there has basically got that working a little bit harder to make sure that your knees aren't locking in. Again, so from there, drop it down nice and low into the heels, driving up super tall. Okay, and again, I hit about 10 reps on that. So that's the basic protocol I was using. I'd actually roll through that about 2 to 3 times. It takes about 10 minutes, and some days I do that kind of twice a day, which isn't a bad shout. So that's a simple thing you can kind of basically plug and play from now to really actually help you to, I say, get your bum working a lot harder. Bottom line, if you're asking to do this job properly, you're actually losing quite a lot of power in your swimming, in your cycling and you're running as well.